What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we are locked in. It's been a while since I've done an episode of Queens because episode 8 dropped while I was in Costa Rica and I didn't really have time to record it. I seen the episode and here we are, episode 9. Now, a lot has happened. We know Brianna was shot and killed and it turned out it was by Jill's ex-husband. R.I.P. to Bree. Now, the Queens, they need to figure out what they're going to do from here. We also hear that they want Jill's husband to get the chair, and rightfully so. He killed a person in cold blood. Like, got to get rid of him. But before we jump into this episode and see where the Queens go, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel and you want to be a part of it, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, the Queens, they got to come together and figure out, are we going to continue to do this together? Or, as Jill said, the Queens are dead. So let's jump into this episode. This is Queens, episode 9. Everyone shows up and they're just paying their respects to Bree, but it doesn't seem real to them. We know Jill's talking about the Queens are dead at this point. She doesn't want to move forward because without Bree, you remember, Bree was one of the people that brought her into this. So she's like, I don't know if we should do this. Now, little Muffin, she's been brought in up under the girls' wings and she's like, I love all of you guys. So we don't know what the Queens are going to do at this point. Naomi and Eric, they actually bought Brianna and Jeff's house. Now, she's saying Brianna would have been so happy to keep it in the family. So her daughter's like, oh, we finally got a house. Now, I'm assuming that Brianna and Jeff, they had their money in order. So this house was probably paid for. Now, I could see them selling it to give money to the kids. But me personally, I would have kept the house for the kids. So when they get older, they got, something to go to. But her and Eric, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And she's talking about, we're not together. We're just co-parenting. We're here to make sure that our daughter is raised in a good way. Well, you did all the raising. Well, grandma did all the raising. Eric is just stepping in. He's like, well, we are family. Remember that kiss in the hospital? Now, Miss V, she's in the studio. She's recording. She got to get some things off her chest. Everybody copes in different ways. There is a sound engineer in here. And she's like, hey, when you get done, can you do my vocals this way, do this? He's like, look, I don't really do too much talking. I'm a sound engineer. We don't talk to the clients like that. But my job is to make you sound good. And you sound good. So that's the easy part for me. So, he's kind of flirting with her. And, V, she needs something new since Eric is with Naomi. Now, Jill the Thrill, she's been moving up and making things happen ever since she came out the closet. People are starting to attract to her and she's starting to get more gigs that she didn't get when, the Queens were in full effect. Now, she's on set. She's doing a kissing scene and she's like, she wants to go again. It doesn't look like everything is there for her. She has a lot on her mind, especially with her friend Brianna being gone. So the producer is saying, hey, you did good. The first 4 times we did this last 3 times. Jill is just like, just give me some time. I want to do it again. Little Muffin is staying in the house with Eric and Naomi too. Me personally, if I paid for half of that house or whatever they did, I'd have been like, hell no, Little Muffin ain't staying up in here. But it is what it is. And she wanted some ice cream. So they get to the grocery store. Now, Naomi sees one of her old rivals. Her name is Zadie. She used to be a battle rapper. She used to go against Naomi and the Queens. And now she's out here. She's taking carts and stuff. So Naomi's looking like, Zadie, dang, you're working here? And she's like, yeah, what? You don't see somebody making an honest living? Now, Little Muffin, she's over here talking about, she's quitting from the rap game. She's about to be a public defender. She's talking about she's going to pass the bar. Now, Naomi is asking her a very serious question. Do you know how much they make? And like a lot of younger people, she said $3 million. As a public defender, you ain't making $3 million nothing. You going to clock in 3 million hours, but you ain't going to make $3 million. I tell you that right now. All you're going to be doing is getting a couple of people off. So well, you ain't going to get nobody off. Them public defenders are horrible. If you can't save up your money and get a real lawyer, people. Now, V, she's working. I told you she needs something new since Eric is gone. And she goes out with the sound engineer, Thomas. And he's in there and he asks her a serious question. You remember the reason she got fired is because she allegedly, well, we seen her do it, put something in a co-worker's drink to expose her racist side. And he's like, well, you did that. You're a hero. Now they're sitting there and you can tell that this is more for women because he's sitting there. She's like, oh, do you read palms? He's like, nah, I just want to get close to you and you're far away. And they interlock their hands and they're just sitting there looking at each other like, come on, man. Ain't nobody doing this in real life. This is only for Hollywood, people. So don't get your hopes up, ladies, unless you might find one guy out of a couple million that'll do this. But the waiter comes over and says, hey, Thomas, we got to get our workers out of here. He tells Vic, hey, I know a place if you're trying to roll. Now they out and about on the town, one spot to another. We get some food, we get some drinks. So now she's starting to open up because she's feeling a little bit comfortable with Thomas. She's like, so just a lot going on in my mind with Bree being gone. And, I'm just trying to find my way. Have you ever been married? He said, look, when I find that right one and I know it's right, that's when I'll worry about getting married. So he's saying everything he needs to say. And I guess the little finger in the locking, it put him over the top. So fellas, that might work. Now you're not gonna catch me doing it, but it might work. This man Thomas know his way around the city. They getting some drinks. First they got food. They say, hey, we locking up. You gotta get up out of here. He's like, all right, I know a place. They go get some drinks. They talking about, hey, we about to lock it up. Y'all gotta get up out of here. He goes to another spot. Now he's getting a kiss. Man, this boy Thomas is a bad man. That's why I can't live in like LA or nothing like that. I'm a little bit south of San Francisco, but if I get into the big cities, ladies, I'm available. They out in Vegas because he talking about, I know another place. Now, see, this is where he went too far. He took it straight to go get married. I don't know that place. No, but Thomas does it anyway. Now, hopefully for Thomas, for his safety, he got some kind of prenup or something, or Valeria has more money than him. But you need to protect yourself, Thomas. Same for you, V. Now we're starting to see why Jill's having a hard time on set. This Brianna incident is really playing a lot on her. Not to mention, on top of that, it was her husband that did it. So while she's in here having nightmares about it, one of the ladies that come into her trailer, she brings in an old picture of her and the rest of the queens. And she's like, oh, get that out of here. Because she doesn't want to face or accept the fact that Brianna is gone. And I understand that, because when you lose somebody, some people really don't want to look at that just because it's hard, because you're always thinking about what I could have done, what I should have said. Eric and Naomi, they're talking about they need to move forward. It's tough, but that's what we have to do. Now she brings up Lady Z that she's seen at the store. And Eric's like, oh, what is she doing, bragging groceries? She's like, yeah. She's saying even to this day, she still gets up under her skin. He's like, why? You know what I'm saying? You have to respect the journey that she went on. She came at you when y'all were younger. You beat her in a little rap battle. But now whatever she's doing is going to be hard for her because, one, she's a female MC, and female MCs already have it harder and tougher for them to even get in the game and stay in the game, let alone get in. And then she has an assault charge. So he's saying, hey, just respect her journey and, let that go. She's like, well, she ain't relevant. You weren't relevant a couple of weeks ago either, a couple of months ago. Wasn't nobody checking for Naomi explicit lyrics, but now you won't. It be like that sometimes. This is where it starts to get funny. Now, we know little Muffin says she's out the game. I'm becoming a lawyer. Well, there's a little white girl. She's a rapper named Cash Mermaid. And you remember the three guys that Muffin used to have rolling with her, the three dancing dudes? Well, they with her, and she's making a diss track to little Muffin. Talking about, yeah, Muffin, how you feel about that? That rehab. I'm like, man, this song was trash. But little Muffin hears it, and we have an emergency on our hand. We ain't just gonna get dissed out here and not do nothing. Now, little Muffin's talking about this Cash Mermaid, Rebecca, A.K.A. Becky. She DM'd me a couple of years ago talking about she wanted to be a rapper. Now she's throwing shots. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. This is hip hop. Ain't nothing fair. Ain't nothing sweet in these streets. But little Muffin talking about, you know what? I ain't even gonna get involved in that. But you can tell. You can see her face when when Naomi's daughter left. She's like, I might have to do something. I can't just let this slide. And plus, that public defending homework, ain't nobody trying to do that crap. Naomi goes up to the grocery store to talk to Lady Z. Now, Lady Z has removed herself from the rap game. She's coming to work. She's clocking in. She said she was the employee of the month. And Naomi's like, you need to be back in music. I know we threw some shots at each other. She's like, look, I've been done with the rap game since before it was done with me. At some point, people do grow and they feel like, that was when I was younger. I don't want to do that no more. My life is good. I got health insurance. Hey, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be back into all that nonsense I was in when I was younger. But Naomi's like, you got to come back. We could do something. Drop a freestyle. Lady Z's like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm nothing like you, Naomi. I don't have to be here. And I'm definitely not here to help you get your swagger back. Back at Naomi and Eric's new home, little Muffin like, hey, y'all heard of Cash Mermaid? I told y'all that's on her mental now. She wants to take a shot back. Eric's like, yeah, I heard of her, but she's nothing. Now Valeria comes in with Mr. Thomas, or should I say she's Mrs. Thomas now. She talk about, hey y'all, this is my new husband. Naomi's like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? I guess that's how the celebrity world is, man. You just jump out there and, hey, I'm married now. Now, Thomas is in here. He's talking to Eric, and he's like, I know Valeria is like family to you, you know, but this is serious. What we got is for real. Now, Eric is low-key in here like, man, I used to mess with Valeria, man. I ain't want to see her get married just in case me and Naomi ain't work out. You know, she said we ain't together, but that's a whole different story. And he's just sitting there, he's listening to it. Now, me as another man, hey, bro, hey, nice to meet you, but what I do as an adult with my new wife ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, the business side, okay, yeah, but you're not about to question me about what are my intentions. Because one, you ain't her father. Two, you ain't nobody to me. You just another guy. So, But like I said, you can't really sit there and question another man about what his intentions are, especially if you don't have any control over the situation. So Eric came to him and was like, yeah, well, congratulations, brother. Because that's all it should have been. Two brothers sitting down. Hey, congratulations on that. Whatever they got going on, as long as he's not harming Valeria, then shoot, man, do your thing, bro. I ain't got nothing against it. Now, Naomi, on the other hand, she's telling Valeria, what are you doing? This is just stupid to go out and do this. You can't make decisions like that. Well, where was all this energy when you went and got knocked up by Eric and didn't let him know who his daughter Jojo was for decades? Where was this energy when you left your daughter with your mom so you could go out to Nashville and play in some damn garage bands? Where was that energy then? But we all grow, we all mature. V is saying she's ready to be married. Now, Naomi's trying to tell her, you know, intimacy and knowing each other, knowing the family, that's marriage. Well, that's really not marriage. Marriage is between two individuals. What they feel like they have is strong enough to be married. That's what marriage is. Them two coming together as a partnership. All that extra stuff is just extra. If you two know each other, unfortunately, Valeria doesn't know him. But there are marriages from people that met and within a week got married. People that got married in a day and got married and they last. It just depends on how the situation is between you two. Well, Lady Z took the advice and she showed up to Naomi in the studio. She's like, okay, I'm here. I'm ready to record. She's like, all right, you want to write something down? She said, nah, off the top of the dome. That means she been at work with a lot on her bento. You know what I'm saying? Going outside, pushing them damn shopping carts. You got nothing but time to think about flows. I told you, she talking about I bagging groceries. I'm not really proud of it. But when you at that job, a dead end job, you sitting there just thinking about all the things. And now you get to express your feelings. And then you got Naomi on the hook. Hey, we might have us something here. We might have something here, people. Now, little Rebecca Cashmere Mermaid, wherever the hell her name is, she calls and she's talking to Muffin. She's like, look, I'm sorry about the dissing you and stuff, man. I just had people in my ears. A lot of time it happens like that, especially for younger people. They're easily influenced. People like, man, if you diss little Muffin, that'll blow you up. Also, there's probably the industry that's like, hey, man, drop a diss. She's out the game. This is just asserting your dominance. But she calls Muffin and she's like, hey, can you mentor me and help me through this? Now, the way Muffin ended the phone call is like, all right, I'll help you. But you can see that she kind of doesn't want to just because you dissed her. Mr. Thomas is trying to set up a nice event for his family to meet Valeria. So they looking all around. They're like, okay, the Maldives is good. Oh, what about down here? Oh, no, I've been there. Let's do it here. And he's like, look, I just want my family to meet you. They're dying to meet you. Now, no one in her family besides the queens know that she's married to him. Now, the only way that this is going to work out is if she's open with him. Now, she says she's ready for this marriage and she wants to be with that one person. But you're going to have to let this man Thomas lead. And it looks like he's trying to. He wants to make it work. It doesn't look like she's really committed to it yet. Jill's still having these nightmares about the night that Brianna got shot. She's on set. She's in her little dressing room. And she wakes up and her assistant is like, hey, is everything all right? She's like, yeah, just tough times. And she's telling her that, hey, you know what I'm saying? You should probably talk to your girls just to, you know what I'm saying, open up. Because as long as you're holding all this in, all these emotions, they're just going to explode on the inside. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it out. You got to speak what's on your mind. And Jill, she's thinking about it. But she knows that's the best thing to do. Go talk to her girls because those are her sisters. After that nice recording session, they go out and have a couple of drinks. And I told you, when she was rapping that stuff, you have nothing but time when you're at a dead end job to think about all the things you used to do and how much you hate it. So she put some of those flows on the verse today. And now she's saying, I still miss rap. But the truth is, they said I was ran out of hip hop. because of that assault. But that's not the true story. And I also said, once you get older, there's things you were doing when you were younger, your teens, your early 20s. Now I'm 36. I'm like, I ain't got no time. I don't feel like going through all that nonsense. And that's what she's saying. But there's more to the story than that assault charge. Jill. We know she's having these nightmares, and I was recommending her to call her friends up, call the queens, talk to them. Instead, she hits the streets and she hits up an old plug. I'm talking about for drugs, people. Now, she must be really going through some stuff mentally here, you know. Her girlfriend left her husband killed her friend. He's going to jail. So she's resorting back to that cocaine. Now, I've been down and out. I've been down bad, but I ain't resort to no drugs. I drank a little bit, but I really hope she gets the help, and I hope she doesn't go down this route of getting back into the drugs. Naomi comes back and tells Eric what really happened with Lady Z. Now, that assault charge, that was just thrown in there to cover up her being sexually assaulted by her old manager or producer, whoever he is. Now, she's asking Eric, does he look like the type? How many girls you think he's done that to? And Eric, all he did was respond with was, why didn't she speak up? Now, Naomi got mad at him. We do want you to speak up for it. We know that it's uncomfortable, but the only way people are going to be able to do something is if people come out and say what happened to him. Now, I'm not going to get too far into that because that's a touchy subject and that can go either way. Naomi is like, I don't want to do nothing for Lady Z because she's at peace with it. She doesn't want to bring it up and then put her in a situation where she has to relive all of that, especially in the public eye. Now, she's asking Eric, what can they do? You know, since she was blackballed, the game owes her that. Now, Naomi did mention that she used that assault line against Lady Z in a punchline, but now she wants to make up for it. Now, I know Eric is hearing this and talking about getting her a deal. It's already hard enough dealing with y'all, the queens and little Muffin. Now I got to go try to get Lady Z a deal that hasn't been in the game. But one thing he said that was good that came out of this, Naomi has found her passion. She back in that booth. Cash Mermaid shows up to this little meeting where Muffin is supposed to be her mentor. She comes in here, she talking about, you broke, fake Kim K. She start pushing her stuff. Now, you remember the gay dudes that were dancing for her? Them niggas back there talking about, ooh, she really tired. I'm like, God, get the hell on. So they're recording Cash Mermaid pushing little Muffin, and they trying to put this out like, yeah, man, we really beefing. She talking about, I dropped a diss track 2 days ago. You ain't respond, man. You weak. Muffin is like, this is whack. I'm getting up out of here. She fell into that clout trap, y'all. Clout is a hell of a drug. We see it a lot in teenagers and stuff, but if you start looking online and social media, you start seeing these adults. They fall into this clout stuff too. And it's like, why? Now, Jill got that cocaine on. It's just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too much. But she ends up getting pulled over. And the reason for it is because her registration tag has expired. So she's like, is everything okay, officer? You got to be calm. Hey, is everything okay? You don't even talk to the cops. You let them say what they got to say. You already have all of your registration, your driver's license, everything ready to go. Because you want to minimize any talking to these fools. But he's like, it's just a fixing ticket. You got 30 days to update it. You know, saying if you do that, most of these tickets, they get waived under. Now, the female officer, she shows up and says, did this fly out your window? I'd have looked at that and said, hell no, it ain't fly out my window. It was a little bag of coke. Like, it ain't mine. Y'all trying to set me up or something? Come on now. They're talking to Valeria about her marriage, and we all knew it would be like this. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt and said that they could make it happen, but she hasn't opened up to Thomas. Thomas is trying to get her to meet his family and all this because what am I gonna do? Hey, mommy, I'm married. Oh, can I meet your wife? Oh, well, we trying to figure that out. She's like, well, we don't really know each other that much. And they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you got scammed by somebody pretending to be your mom. Your husband needs to know all this. She's talking about how easy is it to get an annulment. Annulments really aren't hard to get, to be honest with you. Divorces aren't hard either. But an annulment is the best thing to do. That means the marriage didn't happen. Little Cash Mermaid over here throwing slugs. I dissed you. You left. You don't want it with me. And everybody listens to it like, damn, Muffin, she kind of on your head. Little white girl Becky, she ain't playing around with you. You letting the white girl take over hip hop. But Muffin ain't gonna stand for that. She said, hell no. We about to get it on now. Little Muffin gets in the booth and I'm like, all right, she got a cool flow. What I didn't like was she's talking about your appropriation. You know, yeah, okay, we get that. But diss her on some rap stuff. Call her out on some things. Yeah, we know she's white. We know she rapping. That's appropriation. But yeah. We know all that. Give us some real information, some dirt. Take some real slugs at her. Take some shots. We don't want to hear about the appropriation. We know that. She wore braids. Okay, black people appropriation. We rapping. Get in there. Now, Muffin must have heard me because she started picking it up, talking about she gets seasick. I'm like, okay, now we're using a play on words, Cash Mermaid. I'm like, all right, we doing it. She get out, everybody like, ooh, that shit was hard. But guess what? Bring, bring. Man, who the hell is this? Hello? Wait, Jill, you're in jail. Oh, here we go again. Nothing is ever good. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Jill come about that thing. Now in real life, if Jill would have got arrested for some coke, it would have been so much news media up here because as soon as she got arrested, they would have been down there. TMZ don't play around. But she comes out and everybody is here to support her. Now they're telling Jill everything that good happened to them is because they all found each other. And also, you don't have to blame yourself for everything that happened. It's unfortunate that Brianna is killed, but that you can't put that blame on yourself. You should never put that kind of blame on yourself. And now she's telling Valeria, okay, I see where y'all coming from, but you shouldn't be hiding anything from your husband because I was hiding things from my people. And that's why I got in the situation I was in. So they're telling Valeria that you should talk to Thomas about everything. And they're telling Jill, don't put all that pressure on yourself. So all of them are helping each other out. And that's what I said when she was waking up from her nightmares. You need to talk to your sisters because they're going to be the ones that are going to actually be able to walk you through what's going on and give you that sound advice. Okay. Little Muffin comes down with her legal advice. And there's no way that they can prove that cocaine came from the vehicle. I told y'all, I would have said, what? Y'all trying to set me up? Why would I have cocaine? I'm Jill the Thrill. I don't do drugs. And also, if they do try to take this to trial for a possession charge, it's going to cost the jail and the DA and everything a couple $100,000 to process this. Now, Jill, on the other hand, she can get a lawyer for a little coke bag like that. Shit, you get a lawyer, man, you probably only have to pay about $4,000-$5,000 for a little case like this. But this can also open up a civil lawsuit against the police department. Now, they're talking about no one's really interested in getting Lady Z a contract. Now, I kind of figured that, it's been a while. No one's really trying to hear that rap from 1990 anymore, even though she had updated flow. Now, the girls, they thinking, why aren't there any labels that are ran by women for women? FUBU type, for us, by us. And they like, you know what? Nasty Girl Records. And they come to Lady Z like, hey, we got this little entertainment company and we want to sign you. They convinced Zadie, hey, look, we all gonna drop music on here. We gonna hold it down. Aren't you trying to take back what they took from you? Zadie's like, you know what? She goes ahead and signs. Now, I wouldn't have signed until I got a lawyer. We know how the rap game is. They talking about the artists are the business partners and business when, the partners when it comes to creator. I need a lawyer to fine tooth comb. Y'all just made this up and brought this to me. I could have just been saying, oh yeah, I'll get 50% of the sales, but I don't get any of the publishing, any of the. No, I'm getting my own lawyer whenever I sign a major contract like this. But these are the queens, so we just got to hopefully that they do the right thing. To end the episode, we see Eric trying to get close with Naomi. She looks at him like, nah. He goes to his room. Now, V, she's out here telling Thomas about her personal life. And she does say, I do lie sometimes. But she's trying to get all this off her chest so her and Thomas can go on about their marriage. But at the end of the episode, we see something. Brianna's in Costa Rica. Is this a dream or is this real? Because Naomi called and on the phone, it says Naomi is calling. But she hangs up. She got the kids out there. So I don't know what we got on here. Brianna may still be alive. All right, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Brianna is still alive and out there in Costa Rica? And also, how do you think Little Muffin is going to deal with this new disc that she got releasing for Cash Mermaid? Let me know what you guys think. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.